Hello, my name is Lexi and I have been a Natural Cycles user for 3 years now. Today I'm going to talk about how my cycle has evolved over time as a Natural Cycles user. I'll also be showing you my graphs and how my cycle started out versus how it is now. Before we dive into my graphs, I wanted to share that I was previously on the birth control pill before becoming a Natural Cycles user for 10 entire years. So because of that, my cycle was pretty irregular in the beginning. And I just want to note that everybody's body is different. We all have unique cycles and experiences. So this is what the first month of my Natural Cycles journey looked like. As you can see, it's all red days, otherwise known as fertile days. I was definitely prepared to see all red days in the beginning of my journey because I was on the birth control pill for so long prior, and I knew that it was going to take my body a little while to get back into the swing of things. In the beginning, I took full advantage of all the trackers, so I was tracking my mood, cervical mucus, my sex drive, any pain that I was experiencing, and that to me was really helpful because it got me to know my body over time and how my cycle affects it. Moving on to the beginning of my second month as a Natural Cycles user, I did get my first period after being off hormonal birth control. My temperatures in the beginning were a bit all over the place. There was not really a consistency like there is now. At the end of my second month, I got my first detected ovulation. This to me was such an exciting moment. I honestly didn't think it would happen as quickly as it did since I was on the pill for so long. At this point, the only green days, otherwise known as my non-fertile days, I was experiencing was the week of my period. My cycle wasn't too consistent. In April, my cycle was 27 days long. Then the month after, it was 35 days long. After the fourth month of being a Natural Cycles user, I felt that after this month, my cycle just kept becoming more regular as time went on, and I started to get more green days, more consistency and everything. And at that point, that's when I started to feel like, okay, things are starting to happen. My body's starting to get back into its natural rhythm, and it was really such a good feeling. So let's fast forward to current day, 3 years later. My cycle is basically like a clock. It's actually insane. Every single month when I ovulate and my temperature rises, and it's around the same time every month, I am continuously mind blown by the human body and just how it works and how magical it can be. I have almost all green days at this point. I have about a week and a half of red days, and that's just due to ovulation and sperm survival, things like that. At this point, I'm fully in tune with my body, fully in tune with all the changes it goes through. Since I did take advantage of those trackers in the beginning of my journey, I realized the patterns and how my mood is affected by my cycle so deeply, which for me is such a comforting thing. I honestly feel so empowered and happy that I decided to take the Natural Cycles journey. Even though I did experience so many red days in the beginning, all those red days to me were so worth it to be where I am now, which is having a perfectly regular cycle. And through my journey, I've just learned so much about myself and my body and about my cycle, things I never thought I would ever know now, and it's just been such an amazing journey. If I were to give anyone advice, especially if you were previously on hormonal birth control as long as I was, it's just to be patient, because it's a lot for our bodies to be on hormonal birth control for such long periods of time. And sometimes patience is just required because, you know, our bodies do have to get back into our natural cycles. I just want to remind you before I end this video is that this was my unique journey with my unique body, and not everyone's journey is going to look like mine. We're all so different, and that's perfectly okay. This is just to show you what I personally experienced and to give you more insight on what things look like as a Natural Cycles user. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.